Hey everybody, this is Renee. Today we're going to talk about James chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind." So have you ever asked a question only to doubt you'd get an answer? Like a child pleading for ice cream right before dinner, knowing full well that the answer is probably a firm no, but thinking maybe it's worth a shot? This playful scenario reflects the doubt we sometimes bring into our conversations with God. Verse 6 tells us that when we approach God for wisdom, we must do so with unwavering confidence. We're not to approach him like a child just testing their luck, but as beloved sons and daughters who know their Father will always provide. James emphasizes that our faith should be stable, not like a pool floaty aimlessly bobbing in the waves. So imagine a person who doubts God's ability or willingness to respond. This person resembles an ocean wave, constantly moving, shifting, and second-guessing, tossed by the wind, and influenced by circumstances rather than anchored in truth. Such instability can leave us lost and directionless, much like a boat adrift in a stormy sea. Let's be honest. Many of us have found ourselves in this place. God, I trust you, but what if you don't? I believe, maybe kind of. James urges us, don't do that. When we come to God, we are approaching our daddy who loves us, not a stingy genie who might grant a wish if we rub the lamp just right. We ask with boldness because he's faithful. We trust because he's good. We stand firm because he is unchanging. The answer may be no, but our position in him is the same. We are his kids. Jesus doubles down on this in Matthew 21:22. He says, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." God seeks not flimsy, half-hearted faith that's merely a backup plan, but rather bold, rooted, and unwavering trust in his nature and promises. So visualize two boats on the ocean. One is anchored to a solid foundation, remaining steady despite the crashing waves. The other floats freely, drifting and unstable. Which boat reflects your faith? James calls us to cultivate an anchored faith, one that is not swayed by emotions, circumstances, or fear. So the next time you pray, do so with the assurance that God hears you. No doubting, no second-guessing. No wishy-washy prayers, just bold, rock-solid faith in a God who never fails. Consider the imagery of a dangerous riptide, which can pull one into the depths of indecision. Scholars suggest that the Greek term used here by James evokes the idea of a perilous undercurrent or tossing waves, a strong force that can drag a person far from safety. Just as riptides can carry individuals away from the shore, doubts can lead us away from the truth of God's promises. So let us anchor our faith securely in him, trusting that as we seek wisdom, he will respond with grace and clarity. Embrace the confidence that comes from knowing our God is always faithful and always good. So here's something to think about. Do you approach him with unwavering faith? Or do you find yourself doubting his ability or willingness to respond? How can you cultivate a more confident trust in God's wisdom or in future decisions? Think about this today. See you later.